Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Radical Latino is taking you to another level.
Welcome back to a new episode of the Radical Latino Show, my people. It's your host, the Radical Latino, aka number 25 on all Latin podcasts, aka Mr. Unsuable, for the 13th week running. What is going on, mi gente? What is poppin'? My God, it's been a very interesting, long, and hectic week. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of things to discuss. This might be a long episode. Who knows? It might be long, it might be short. I have no idea, but what I do know that we're here now and we're here to rock it out. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, want to give you guys a couple of updates. You know how I always do. Want to give you guys a couple of updates. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the new Apple updates or whatever the case is, you know, their new keynotes and stuff, but since I'm a little somewhat of a tech head, you know what I mean, I actually keep up with some of these things, and I've been literally glued to their new MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs M1 silicon chips. For anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, is basically Apple said that within 2 years time they're going to be taking away and moving away from Intel processors to their own designated ARM processor chips. And the reason why I say ARM is because ARM is the component that they're going to be using their chips from, you know what I'm saying, that their new software or whatever the case is, component, that's what it's called ARM. These chips already have been in full display on the iPhone, the iPads and stuff like that, and everybody's been saying that Apple needs to step up their game, because all their products pretty much surpass these commercial products. Basically it surpasses them through with benchmark tests and all this other stuff. And when are they gonna actually step it up? And ARM was always a company that basically just focused on mobile computing, mobile chips. Their first ARM chip that Apple actually started messing with was the ARM chip in the iPod. You know what I'm saying? So from there they got a not only a licensing agreement, but later on they actually, I think Apple required a background type of agreement where they actually find out how they actually do this, to the point where they started making their own chips now based on the ARM architecture. You know what I'm saying? So Apple's actually doing everything in-house now, with their processors and everything, you know what I mean? Which is a good and bad thing if you actually kind of see it, because if we really want to, go the whole route of, do it yourself and, right to repair, this might be something bad, but, it is what it is. I'm looking at all the reviews, and so far, the M1 chip, from the base model to the most maxed out model you could probably get, they all pretty much are blowing any computer laptop out the water with their numbers. You know what I'm saying? With their performance, with their power management and everything. So I've been kind of glued, and I've been kind of like paying attention to it. So I'm like, I don't know, should I get a laptop? Mind you, I just got a computer. You know, so I was kind of like, yo, should I get a laptop now? Should I get a laptop? So I don't know. I need to just either, should I chill or should I not? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I just been, you know, kind of like laptop crazy for the past couple of, you know, days or weeks or whatever the case is. Anyway, so moving on to something else. Have you guys seen my Kim video? My Kim 123 video? I did a parody on Kim a couple of days ago, and a lot of people ended up enjoying it. I got a lot of good feedback. A lot of people, you know, at first I got some of his haters. You know what I'm saying? I got some of his haters coming at me, dumbing the video down and all this other stuff. It was a tongue-in-cheek type of thing. You know what I mean? It was a tongue-in-cheek type of thing that I wanted to, you know, give to the people and stuff like that. It was something, you know, something funny. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I did it is because, let's keep it real, Kim has been out there talking shit about me, putting lies on my name and all this other bullshit. So I said, you know what, let me come at him, but I'm gonna come at him in a comedic type of way, because I don't take Kim seriously. Let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. Kim is not somebody serious you really need to take serious. Let's keep it real. He's not anybody you need to take serious. He's not a fucking threat. He's not nowhere, you know, he's not a person that's fucking super metaphysical and super high up there where you like, oh shit, I really gotta find out what Kim has to say. Come on, man. He's been talking about BBC for the past 10 years. What the fuck? What else does he bring to the table? Okay, grant you, I'm new on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? New on podcasting and shit. And I've been talking about white supremacy for 2 years. He got me beat though. You know what I'm saying? But at least I'm talking about something that actually affects all of us. You know what I'm saying? Something that actually, I'm bringing something to the table, and I'm also bringing solutions, which is unity. That's one of my solutions. Hey, let's hook up with black folks. Let's stop this dumb shit. Let's hook up with black folks. Kim doesn't like that. Kim is against that. Kim doesn't sees that as a proper solution. You know what I'm saying? Because he has an issue with black folks. Let's keep it real. That's what he does. He has an issue with black folks, and we gotta read through between the line as much as you want. It's all good, but that's what it is. He got an issue with black folks. So, what a better way for me to come at him? You know, come at him from all the shit that he was talking about me, all the shit that he was talking about. Apparently, I'm using his talking points. Talking points. When have I ever gotten at Mr. BBC? Never. Y'all can't point at one video that I've gotten at Mr. BBC. You know what I'm saying? Talking points. What talking points are you talking about, Kim? What talking points? About black men traveling? What talking points are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're somebody that's a fucking loser that can't get women. So what talking points are you talking about? Because you're not out here talking about white supremacy here, white supremacy here, there, and solutions that can help us out as a collective. You're talking about Latin people not being Latin, being American, and y'all need to stop crying about it. That's what you're talking about. So what talking points are you talking about, Kim? Huh? What are you talking about? It seems that Kim, and it's very obvious. Kim likes to, he likes to complain a lot, like a fucking kid. Kim likes to complain a lot and puts his complaints on the internet, and basically for validation, because you know what? He's not getting validation at home. They think he's a fucking loser. They literally moved him from the house to the garage. Kim lives in the garage, my people. And this is not shade or a lie or a stab at him. I'm dead fucking serious. Kim lives in the fucking garage next to the doghouse. If anybody ever listens to Kim's videos, do you guys not hear a dog in the background? With his chain moving around and shit? He lives next to the doghouse. His family doesn't even see him as an ad set. Because if they did, they would have let him run the fucking company. But they don't. They don't trust him with that shit. You know what I'm saying? They barely trust him with that shit. So Kim is a person that he's a very sad individual, and I feel a pity for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't go at him. I go at him comedically. I go at him on some funny shit. And guess what? I'm gonna do a part 2 to that skit, to that parody of Kim. And a lot of people were asking me, hey, this shit was hilarious. What made you come up with, the whole style of cartoon? The whole style like Looney Tunes? Because he's a fucking character. He's a fucking cartoon. Kim in real fucking life, he's a cartoon character. Who in their fucking right mind? Who in their right mind focuses on BBC? Who? Unless you got a hidden agenda, Kim. And there's been a lot. I don't know this for sure because, again, whenever me and him did talk, it was about some other shit. I was trying to get him, whenever we did talk, I was trying to get him to see other points of views. But some people are saying that Kim might be gay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but it seems like he's hiding his homosexuality with this BBC talk. You know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it real, dude. Nobody in their right fucking mind focuses on another man traveling. No one. Literally, Kim is the only one. Let's keep it real. Kim is the only one. And if you want to say Art Banaka is another one, you could say that. And it's funny because a lot of people who focuses on other men, that they're doing their thing or whatever, if they're fucking up, whatever, it is what it is. But men focusing on other men, that's what I want to talk about right now. Men focusing on other men. It's funny how there's always something wrong with them. Art Banaka can't have kids. He's fertile. He's fertile. He can't have kids. So there's a lack of manhood there. Kim, his family disowned him pretty much. He's a loser. He can't talk to women. Yeah, if y'all go to that skit, y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about. He can't talk to women. There's a part of the skit that I showed of him trying to actually talk to a woman, trying to make a joke. And mind you, men's ability to make women laugh, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? That's a plus. If we could make a woman laugh, women will kind of gravitate towards us. You know what I'm saying? Some men that lack game, they go that route and that actually works out. If you lack game, but you have a personality and you can make women laugh, fuck game, shit. I'll make you laugh or I'll make you chuckle all day. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I'll make you yuck, yuck, yuck all fucking day. Best believe you'll be around me. You know what I'm saying? Because you always giving them a positive reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Kim doesn't know how to talk to women. He will ask me for advice to talk to women. You know what I'm saying? So when you guys, see of all the men who are obsessed at other men doing their thing, even if they're fucking up or they're basically, messing up their own life, because some, let's keep it real, some of these dudes that travel, they be on some fuck shit. But other men that focus on other men, they're losers just like the men that they're focusing on. You know what I'm saying? Actually, they're worse. They're worse off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So if anybody's seen that video of me, you know that little skit of Kim, me that I did of Kim and shit, go check it out. You know, I know it's really funny. Everybody is loving the ringtones. Everybody's loving the porn skit. Everybody's loving the one with his mom, the part where his mom comes into the room and shit. You know, so people are really liking it. You know, people are really liking it. You know what I mean? And Kim is out here, you know, doing secret live streams and shit and deleting them like a little bitch, like always. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, folks. It is what it is, folks. Now I'm gonna read last week's comments. Now, last week's episode was episode 117. It was titled How Latin and Black People Invented Hip Hop. Now, before I read the comments, let me just say real quick, if you're a bigot, if you're a person that's non-white and disagrees with me, that's okay. You can disagree with me. But when you go out, not only disagreeing with me, but disrespected me and my people, yeah, we're gonna have an issue. I'm gonna come at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come at you. You know what I mean? So with that in mind, I just want to say that, because I'm not gonna allow anyone, white or black, it doesn't really matter, or even Latin, I am not gonna allow anyone to disrespect me and my folks. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not. If you come at me on some dumb shit, that's cool. But you come at me, disrespecting me, and then adding me into the whole, you know, lumpness of Latin people, yeah, this and all that other stuff, yeah, we're gonna have a problem and you're gonna hear my mouth. And I don't think you're gonna like what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to go racial and shit. I don't have to do that. I could just literally point out other shit that has nothing to do with it. But going back to the same point that you're trying to point out, and guess what? We're both gonna get mad either way, and nothing's gonna get solved. You know why? Because pointing out other people's dysfunction doesn't solve or mean a goddamn thing. You point out our dysfunction, I point out your dysfunction. That doesn't mean a goddamn. What we get out of that? Nothing. We don't get shit out of that. But don't come in trying to point out our dysfunction as like you're trying to prove a point, like y'all shit ain't fucked up. Same way with Latin folks. Don't go out pointing out other people's dysfunction, not knowing that y'all shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. And the thing is, don't be mad at history. This is some historical shit. If y'all got some issues, notions of Latin people that's negative, that's on y'all. Keep that shit on some other shit. This is about healing and empowerment. I don't got time to worry. I'm not a psychologist. I don't got time to worry about other shit that has nothing to do with me. You feel what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about history and something that my people did that actually in combination with black folks that helped out, don't get mad. Don't get mad, because this is documented. You know what I'm saying? It's a Google search away. It's a Google search away, but no, you want to go and perpetuate that same BS of anti-Latin this and anti-Latin that and all. That's cool. Do that shit somewhere else. Don't do that shit here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. Don't do that shit here, because this is about some other shit. You know what I mean? And on top of that, these are the people I don't want to unite with. Ignorant motherfuckers that just comes like, nah, that ain't true. Nah, what are you talking about? That never happened. I don't need to unite with y'all. Nah, we don't need y'all. We don't even need y'all around the conversation or the mix. I'm good. Let my folks who's on the same page unite with y'all folks who was on the same page. That's it. Simple. I don't need ignorant people from my community, and I don't need ignorant people from your community. It's easy. We could unite and do our thing and build on our own. You know what I'm saying? And we could do shit that's beautiful and magical, like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That right there is proof of Black and Latin people coming together and making something beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And making something beautiful. So with that out the way, you know what I'm saying? Let's read some comments. Let's read some comments. So Ramon says Hispanics, particularly Puerto Ricans in the Bronx, were part of hip hop culture at the very beginning when it was just culture and it wasn't profitable yet. I'm an Islander and I even know that, but we were pushed out and forgotten in the culture sometime in the 1980s. That's why today any involvement by us in hip hop is called being a culture vulture by the same folks that crowned Eminem the king of rap, which is 100% true. The thing is, us Latin people, we with the combination of the media, we've been edged out and forgotten that we were actually a part of hip hop. We were part of the creation of hip hop. And that's the absolute truth. Hate it or love it, doesn't really matter. It's the absolute truth. Because if we weren't the creation of hip hop and we didn't do or involved ourselves into it, it'll probably will take a little bit longer to move on up. But let's just think about the demographic of the Bronx, of the South Bronx where it got created. Black and Latin people, so of course we were part of it. Come on, it's dumb to even think so we weren't. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate Kiss says that part radical Eva was being very divisive and got called out, rightfully so. Lord knows if she were a Latino man downplaying black males' contribution, they will be tearing up these YouTube streets. This whole video was great. Shout out to Chocolate Kisses, and that's absolutely right. You know, she called Ava got called out, rightfully so, but surprisingly, I seen an interview with Ava and another Puerto Rican activist, Rosa. I forgot her last name, Rosa. I actually put it in my community page. It was very, very enlightful, and she basically clarified a little bit more. And she's actually Ava is actually pretty woke, and I understand where she was coming from, but she misspoke. I'm not gonna say that she was racist, and I'm not gonna take my comments back, but I am gonna modify my comments, and I'm gonna say that she misspoke. She misspoke, and she came out of pocket, and she was called out, rightfully so. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. Johnny Mills says Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian even said white people are a guest in hip hop, which I had to agree with him. And Latinos were involved in hip hop, and this is from Lord Jamar, you know, who is highly respected. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Chocolate Kisses again says Hispanics and blacks dance the best for a reason. Yes, Latin and blacks invented hip hop. Shout out to Chocolate Kisses. Let me see. Marcel says Lord Jamar said in a recent interview the first hip hop artists and breakdancers were black and Boricua. There you go. Somebody else says Big Pun could rap his ass off. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of y'all. You know, I do got some trolls here and shit, but we're not gonna look at the trolls. You know what I mean? We're not gonna look at the trolls. Now, moving on to something, else, that we actually do need to talk like a familia. Ber Martinez. During the weekend, unfortunately, Ber Martinez and her husband were attacked by her brother-in-law. I don't know what happened that led up to that. It doesn't really matter. But Ber Martinez and her husband got attacked by Ber Martinez's brother-in-law. Her husband and Ber got stabbed up a couple of times. Ber Martinez got it the worst. And the update to that is that Ber Martinez woke up. She is now awake. She is conscious. She's good. And the initial thoughts is that she's a quadriplegic staying in the wheelchair, but her husband and her family confirmed that she's able to move her toes a little bit, but which is a good thing. That means that she's able to, there wasn't no spinal cord, thick damage or anything like that, because she did get stabbed up in her back and her neck. So that's a good thing right there. So let's all pray for Ber Martinez. If you want to support, the link will be down below for the GoFundMe. I already donated, and this weekend I'm gonna donate again. The more we donate, the more help we give that family, the better off they'll be, because this is a situation that was unforeseen. This is not something that should have happened to anybody. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that should have happened to anybody. And people, her fans, even me, I'm one of her fans. Ber Gang, hashtag Ber Gang. You know what I'm saying? Even myself, I am feeling some type of way about it. I'm heartbroken when I found out the news. I was in complete shock, and I am happy to know that she's recovering very well, and her husband is recovering well, and the kids are fine, and the family is fine. One little issue though. I'm not, again, this part is for healing, and again, GoFundMe down below, link down below. If this isn't the podcast app, go to the details, click the link. One little issue though. There was a interview in Telemundo that Ber Martinez's mother-in-law did. She did an interview in Telemundo, which I found very, very disrespectful and funny style. And also, Ber Martinez spoke about this, and it's kind of fucking weird. She spoke about this in one of her YouTube episodes, Cooking with Ber Martinez. She spoke about this incident, and she even said that her mother-in-law pretended like she didn't see anything. Which, again, made me fucking mad, and I'm not gonna go at nobody at all. I'm gonna hold my comments to myself, because I shouldn't be saying anything. It's not my family, and more power to them. All I'm gonna say is, what is it with our people's parents who still cape for the fuckery of our kids or our friends or our family members? What is going on? We literally will have smoke, and we will literally say whatever or have all that energy for anybody else's kids, families, or friends. We will go on Instagram, call people out, and all that other shit. But what is it when it comes to our own people, when we have kids, family, friends, or whatever, and we cape for them? What is going on? All I'm gonna say is, I don't respect nobody that goes and has a blind eye, you know, and turns the other cheek when our own blood, friends, or family members is doing some fuckery. I don't respect people like that, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say, and I found that very disrespectful. That's all I'm gonna say. And that's all I'm gonna say on the matter, because I don't wanna feel like I'm trying to eat off her name. You know, mind you, I did an interview with her when she started popping off, and I was very new on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I did an interview, you know, I interviewed her, and, you know, me and her became cool. You know, I'm not saying close. Me and her became cool, and me and her would talk here and there, you know, not every day. No. Like here and there once in a while. You know what I'm saying? She would leave a comment here and all this other stuff. Shout out to Bird. But that right there I found very disrespectful. And as a people, mi gente, we have to check our own selves. We have to check our own selves, and we have to check our own people who turn a blind eye on fuckery. We have to do that. You know why? Because when we don't pull our own coat, people around us will get fucked over in the aftermath. We need to stop. We definitely need to stop. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm going to say on the matter. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving on to the next topic. Dave Chappelle. Holy shit. Dave Chappelle's getting canceled. No! Oh my God. Dave Chappelle getting canceled. I cannot believe it. No, why? Why Dave Chappelle? So apparently, Dave Chappelle said that he wants you to cancel him. And you're like, what? He wants us to cancel him? Now let me explain. Before he went to SNL and did his monologue in SNL, he found out that Netflix is now going to start streaming the Dave Chappelle show, his show. You know, he's going to start streaming. It's going to start streaming on Netflix, and he felt some type of way. And he did a stand-up that he put on Instagram talking about Unforgiven, right? And he basically said that when he was starting off, you know, people, you know, in this industry will fuck him over. One of those people was Comedy Central. Comedy Central fucked him over with a contract, and basically that contract was basically, hey, you know, if your show goes off or whatever the case is, we have your name and your likeness, and we're gonna use it to perpetuity. If anybody knows what perpetuity means, that means forever. Perpetuity means forever. I understand these legal terms. Some people don't understand what it means. That's why they hire lawyers to actually go by the fine prints and figure out and let you know what they mean. But let me let you know, perpetuity means forever. Okay? For some of these people that might go into the entertainment business or whatever the case is and run into that word, perpetuity means forever, all right? So, and also, again, if anybody's gonna go and sign a contract, please take it from somebody like me, okay? I've been through all of this bullshit already. Get a lawyer. Get yourself a lawyer that actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. And guess what? Get yourself another lawyer to get a second opinion, okay? Always get yourself professionals in that field, and always get a second opinion, okay? Always. Don't ever forget that, all right? Anyway, let's move on. So Dave Chappelle basically signed a fucked up contract with Comedy Central for his TV show, and basically he's not getting paid residuals, or I'm sorry, not residuals. Well, residuals, you could use the word residuals. He's not getting paid royalties because of the fucked up contract he signed. And that makes it legal because of the contract he signed, but that does not make it right. And that was his whole point of a stand-up that he put on Instagram. But guess what? He called up Netflix And Netflix basically said, okay, cool. We got you. Not a problem. We'll take the Chappelle Show out of our streaming service. And good for Netflix. But guess what? His streaming Chappelle Show, his Chappelle Show streaming thing is on HBO Max. And in his special, he even said HBO Max basically told him when he was pitching them the show, what do we need you for? And it's kind of funny how now they need him for their streaming service, HBO Max. And mind you, HBO Max was a shit show from the beginning when they were trying to start up. Let's be real. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Now, because now Chappelle wants him to get canceled and everybody to basically cancel the Chappelle Show, you know, from all these other people until he gets paid, which is a good thing. But this is a lesson learned for anybody who's a creator, anybody in the podcasting business, anybody that's on YouTube is gonna get a show or whatever the case is. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't ever go into a deal hungry. I've said that before and I'm gonna say it again. Don't ever go into a deal hungry. Okay? Money cuts the bullshit. Now, what do I mean by that? Don't ever go into a deal or a meeting desperate and signing the first paper you see. Hell no. Don't worry about it. You're not going to be one of those people from behind the music 30 years from now saying, well, I should have got that deal. No, don't worry about it. They will try to scare you and say, well, this is the best that you can get. No. Always ask what you want in the shit and always keep ownership. If a company and multiple companies are trying to keep your ownership and tell you that's not important, that's bullshit. It is. Nowadays, you could get popping on your own. You don't need these people. What you can do is you can license. Listen to the word I'm using. License. Listen to the words I'm using. License, meaning you could rent your likeness, your material. You could rent your persona. You could rent your name out. Meaning that is for a limited time. License for a limited time. That means they got to keep on continuously paying you for whatever deal you already put on the table because it's a licensing deal. Let's look at Joe Rogan. And mind you, white people get fucked over in these contracts too. Let's keep it real. Let's look at Joe Rogan. He got a licensing deal for Spotify. Licensing deal. Keyword. That means they're renting his name. You know what I'm saying? They're renting his name. So whatever little bullshit that they want to pull with employees, I don't give a fuck. I hate the fact that he got Alex Jones up there. Suck my dick. Licensing deal. That means they're going to keep on paying me until our shit is done. I still own my shit. You can't cut my shit off. You can't tell me what to do. Licensing deal. In your head, see it as renting. They're renting you. They're paying. You're renting out what you're good for. Why people are gravitating towards you. Look at Logan Paul. Look at Logan Paul and his brother. What's his face? Josh Paul. I don't know. The Paul brothers. One of them went to Disney, and we all know what Disney's all about. They're the biggest media company out here. They like to rape motherfuckers. Jake, there you go. Jake Paul. Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Jake went to Disney Channel. You know what I'm saying? Because he got famous off of YouTube. Guess what? He had a whatever type of contract he had for a limited time, and you always go back to the table and renegotiate. That they didn't own Jake Paul. They didn't own nothing from YouTube or none of that shit. You're just owning me for this period amount of time until my contract is done. And even on the contract, you gotta even see when the contract is over, are they still gonna own your shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what a 360 deal is called, and you don't want a 360 deal. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. You don't want a 360 deal. But anyway, moving on. So, you know, Jake Paul didn't get fucked over on those deals when Disney let him go because of his stupid ass antics. You know what I'm saying? They all right, here you go, get the fuck out of here. He doesn't own money or some shit like that. That's what happens on the record business. In the record industry, people get owned. They get their little advance. Advance from what? What does that mean? I got an advance. Yeah, you got $100,000. That means they're giving you the money you're supposed to be making off your album to make the album. Now you owe them $100,000 now. Oh shit. Now that you already gave them, gave them the $100,000, but you went on 2 tours, you have to pay for the tour bus and all this other shit. So now you're gonna go into more debt. You know what I'm saying? Do what French Montana did with Diddy. He only signed up to Bad Boy for a distribution contract, meaning I am the rapper. I don't care what I do. You shouldn't care what I do. As long as you distribute my music, I could care less. What a fucking great deal. What a great deal. And mind you, Diddy has history of fucking people over, yo. He has history of fucking people over. Look at the locks. Kim. Look, you know what I'm saying? Junior Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. So we gotta really understand that these people in the entertainment industry, these people are animals. Eat or be eaten. And you gotta have a good head on your shoulders and a good team with you. You have to have a great team, or you'll end up like Prince. You'll end up like Prince, going from a name to a symbol, which he made it work. Shout out to him. But at the end of the day, he didn't need to do all of that if the contract was fucking right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need to do all that if the contract was right. If you take anything away from me, at least take this one thing. Don't go into a contract meeting hungry, meaning desperate. And money cuts the bullshit. Ask for more what you're worth. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Pay for your 2 lawyers. Don't worry about where the fuck you're getting the money from. Worry about that shit later. You'll recoup that shit in a minute. You're a star, right? Or you're an upcoming star, right? Pay for the 2 lawyers and see what the fuck happens. See what if they're both telling you the same thing. All right, cool. If one is telling you something and then the other one is telling you something different and something real, drop the one that doesn't give a fuck about you and keep the one that's telling you something real. You know what I'm saying? Money cuts the bullshit with anything. With anything. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just take anything out of that, I hope you guys take that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on to my, main topic. Moving on to my main topic. Exploring toxic femininity. Ooh. Damn, Radical. Why we're talking about that? Why we talking about toxic femininity? There's no such thing as toxic femininity. You're wrong. Okay. The reason why I wanted to talk about this, which is almost started to become any reason why, is because of Xtina. Shout out to Xtina. If you're not subscribed, mind you, I got a lot more followers on my podcast than on YouTube. I have no idea why. I think a lot more people like the audio version. on my podcast, I lit all combined on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitch, all of that shit combined. I'm close to 3,000 followers for my podcast. On YouTube, I'm close to only 2,000 followers. Come on, guys. But anyway, shout out to Xtina. If you're not subscribed to her, please go do so. Viva Xtina, or her other YouTube page, Xtina Wears Blonde Wigs. Go subscribe, go subscribe to her. She's my sister, yo. Shout out to her, yo. She's cool people. But anyway, the reason why I'm talking about this is because she had a live last week, pretty much last Friday, or the Friday just passed. Pretty much, it was basically exploring, the gay agenda and all this other stuff, right? So I was extremely curious to be part of that. And part of the conversation was toxic masculinity, right? And one of my favorite people who I actually interviewed, Paola, aka Afro Latinx. Shout out to her. Usually I agree with her, but I had to I had to disagree when she said that there's no such thing as toxic femininity, and me and the comments were going in, giving examples on top of examples on top of examples on top of examples of toxic femininity. The reason why toxic masculinity is a mainstream thing and toxic femininity is not is because everything is run by the LGBT and feminist movement. Let's keep it real. All these little terms about cis this, pansexual that, cowboy, whatever, all of that shit comes from the LGBT community, that they're trying to rewrite the narratives of certain labels, which I'm not mad at. If you're a marginalized group, reconditioning the masses to actually call you for what you want to be called and what you're comfortably called, that's cool. But when you start calling straight people now cis, now just say straight. What the fuck? Like, relax. So that, and the feminist movement with the Me Too movement, holler back sis, if you guys remember all the way back in the day with that hashtag, other things like what else, like not holler back sis, but toxic femininity, masculinity and stuff like that. So with things like this, right, it's part of the feminist. So these two groups work together, and that's the reason why we have certain agendas and talking points and certain things like that, right? I am totally against anything that has to do with targeting a set group of people but letting another group of people totally skate and get caped for it. I'm against all of that. If you're a group of people that's for equality, having the voices of the silent and less fortunate be heard, but you only do it to a certain group of people, and even in that same group of people are doing toxic shit, I'm not rocking with you. Your group now is a hypocritical group. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that there is such thing as toxic masculinity or toxic femininity. I believe that there is toxicity within individuals. That's what I believe, right? And this is a quick disclaimer, Toxicity is the issue with certain individuals, regardless of gender, all right? And also, to be completely honest, regardless of race also, to be completely honest, toxicity happens in every class, in every racial group, in every ethnicity group. Toxicity happens. Toxicity exists in certain individuals are toxic. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some examples of toxic femininity since we're talking about, since the whole thing is toxic masculinity. I'm gonna give you some examples of toxic femininity. You know, mind you, again, you know, this happens in all races, but for some reason, I gotta keep it real. Non-white people get punished a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Also, with the argument about men making more, yes, men make more. But also, women can take half your shit under the law. Does it make it right? No. Does it make it legal? Yes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got both things, but this is not measuring who does more or whatever the case is. These are examples of toxicity. I'm not gonna be here talking about, well, toxic masculinity is way more prevalent here. No. I'm gonna just talk about toxicity. All right? We should be talking about toxicity, not based on gender, just based on toxicity on itself, because I'm gonna give you some examples of toxic femininity if we're just gonna be focusing on toxic masculinity. And hopefully by these examples, now we could broaden our focal view and actually see, oh, there's not just toxic masculinity, there's both. Now, I'm gonna take away those labels and just label it as toxicity because both people do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, fake rape cases. Woo! This is one example of toxic femininity. Fake rape cases. Are all rape cases fake? No, I'm not saying that. Are there fake rape cases? Yes, I am saying that. Are the fake rape cases and real rape cases more or less? I haven't looked into that, but the majority of the things that I found during my research, there's a lot more fake rape cases than there are real cases. Now let's look at the Me Too movement. Me Too movement was cemented on calling out people, men in particular, calling out men and accusing them of sexual assault, rape, and all this other stuff, right? Let's look at one perfect example, Bill Cosby. I've been a very strong vocal component about Bill Cosby being innocent, but I'm not going to talk about Bill Cosby being innocent now. I'm going to talk about certain individuals. In the Bill Cosby case, that gives me a great example of fake rape cases. There was, amongst those 50 women, there was a model actress by the name Janice Dickinson. She came out and admitted that she lied when she was on the stand, saying that she got raped and assaulted by Bill Cosby. She only said it to sell a book. That's one example of fake rape cases. Another, every example that I'm gonna give a personal example of somebody that I know. Somebody that I know that went to college in Buffalo. They said that they were in a college party, right? They were in a college party having a good time, and there was this one girl being loose and a little fresh or whatever the case is. One of the dudes that was there touched her butt. Oh shit! Touched the butt, right? Because she was being loose away, and she was okay with it. She was okay with it. Come to find out, the girl had a boyfriend. Oh wow, we couldn't see this one coming, right? The girl had a boyfriend. Boyfriend found out. So to save face, what this girl ended up doing was saying that she got raped by one of the football dudes and all his friends. Basically, they ran a train on her, right? She went and claimed this. Guess what? No rape kit was ever taken. She actually refused, and she kept on going with the same story. Her story kept on changing and changing and changing and changing. And even certain people in the campus was like, yeah, that didn't happen. We don't know what the fuck, dude, Shorty's talking about. Long story short, homie got kicked out of campus, went to jail with his friends for a good 2 years, going in and out of court. My man had to post bail and all that other shit. Ended up getting the case dropped because of lack of evidence, and on top of that, because her story kept on changing, and on top of that, there was video and pictures of that night of him in the party and him leaving the party with his friends the same time that she said that she was getting ran through. Now, if you don't tell me that's toxic femininity, I don't know what is. That's one example. Next example. Fake assault cases. Another example of toxic femininity. There are some women out here that will literally go out and accuse their significant other or a friend or whatever the case is of assault, and they will go straight to jail. One example of Kristen, 27-year-old from California, was in a relationship with her boyfriend for 3 years. It started getting rocky, and he decided to leave her. Well, Kristen couldn't take this and decided to go to the police. Why would she go to the police for just a breakup? Oh, we're about to get into that. She went to the police and showed them one bruise. Showed them one bruise on her arm and red marks on her neck, indicating that she got choked out, and she said it was her boyfriend that did it. The next 2 days, there was a warrant out for his arrest, and he was arrested and wrangled through the jail system in California for 5 years. Come to find out, Shorty was lying this whole goddamn time. They examined the bruise that she got with the mark. There was a mark. She basically hit herself so hard that there was a mark left on her arm. What mark was this? The mark was the part of the hammer that she hit herself with that said "Made in China." Made in China. This is interesting because her boyfriend ended up getting a bunch of lawyers, to, go through all of these, investigations and stuff. And the red mark on her neck was marks of hands. When they ended up examining this, and I think was it an expert, like a forensic expert, said that this man couldn't have done it because he's 6'2", and his hand circumference is way bigger than those hands that used to choke her. What is consistent based on the choking pattern and the handprint is consistent of someone self-inflicting harm amongst themselves. Then not only that, one of her former best friends got to the stand and said that she decided to lie. She decided to lie to the cops, saying that I'm gonna get him fucked up because he shouldn't leave me, or whatever the case is. One of her friends thought that this was wrong and went to the police. Mind you, went to the police and all this other stuff, and this guy still went to court. This is an example of toxic femininity. Now I'm gonna give you a personal story. For every example, I'm gonna give you a personal story. This is like class. I have a friend of mine that was dating this Dominican girl. Oh my God, Dominicans. Can't live with them, can't live without them, right? This Dominican girl, same exact scenario. Dude broke up with her, right? And that's it. It was over. She took her stuff, left. He went to work, right? Everything, whatever. A week goes by. Warrant out for his arrest. What the fuck? Yeah, Shorty said that you beat her up. Beat her up? What are you talking about? Yeah, I broke up. You beat her up the next day or some bullshit like that. Cause try to get. I'm like, my homie's like, what the fuck? So goes to jail. All of that. Spends 4 days in jail. Gets bailed out, right? And now he has to go to court. And on top of that, he has a restraining order. Obviously that the court filed, right? Restraining order. Can't be more than 100 feet around Shorty or whatever the case is, right? Homie's paranoid. The bitch is crazy, right? He goes to her lawyer, goes to his lawyer and says, listen, this is a fucking lie. Shorty's crazy. I'm gonna show you all these text messages that Shorty used to send me when me and her were together when she thought I was cheating or whatever the case is. Here, stalking text messages, picture a homie in the train, going to work and all this other bullshit. Here you go. Fake rape accusations and shit. They broke up. Long story short, he was going in and out of court for 5 months. The state ends up dropping the case. Why? Lack of evidence. Lack of evidence of what? Of him beating her up. And the only thing that they had was a small bruise underneath her arm. And this was evidence enough just to lock this dude up. Guess what happened to the girl? Nothing. Nothing ended up happening to her because they said if you want to press charges, now you have to go through the whole thing, hire a lawyer and all this other stuff. Who the fuck wants to go through that? We should, but we don't. So nothing happened to Shorty. You know what I'm saying? He ended up proving himself that he was innocent with all these other things, text messaging, all this other bullshit. Also the time that she even said that he beat her up, he was actually at work and shit, so it didn't even add up. You know what I'm saying? So this is another example of toxic femininity. Another example. Fake baby cases, like saying that they're pregnant. There's no news article on this. Actually, there should be, but I didn't even look into that. But there's a few examples in the hood. I'm gonna give you a personal story. Happened to one of my homies. He was fucking with this chia, you know what I'm saying? With this choppy, right? And she pretended to be pregnant, saying that that's his baby, this and this and this. He was like, yo, what am I gonna do? And she said very calmly, she was mad cool with it. Yo, just give me $300 and I'll take care of it. And Shorty came back literally the next day, walking fine, like that nothing ever happened, talking about she got an abortion. Right? She ran that game on 4 of my friends. Ended up finding out when everybody started talking together, ended up finding out Shorty was fucking lying. No, she wasn't fucking pregnant. The bitch had an IUD. You know what I'm saying? She was just running that game to get money out of dudes. Another example of toxic femininity. Another one. Child support for a baby that's not yours. Really? Do I really need a personal example for this one right here? Do I really need one? I'm gonna give you guys one of these news articles, right here. In Florida, I don't even want to. Oh man, Gutierrez. That's all I'm gonna say. Gutierrez is accused of not paying $64,000 in child support. Here's the catch: the baby is not even his. Now he's going in and out of court to take his name out of the birth certificate when he found out that it wasn't even his after he already signed it. I'm saying? And guess what? Shorty's totally fine with the shit. The legal system, they got her. They fucking him over. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, do I really need a personal example for this shit? Do I really need a personal example? We all know that story. We all know that story. But anyway, let's keep it going. This one's a doozy. Alimony for a woman getting alimony after they get divorced. But the reason why they're getting divorced is because she cheated, but yet she still gets alimony. That is toxic femininity. Now, for those who don't know what alimony is a man paying a woman basically a monthly payment. It's like child support, but marriage support, whatever. Paying a woman every month after you guys get divorced. That's what alimony is. Usually, when the man cheats, they get a divorce, he has to pay alimony. If a woman cheats, he doesn't have to pay anything. She doesn't even take half in most cases. She doesn't even have to take half. Now, there are certain states that don't even matter. They don't even care. Okay? They don't even care. Massachusetts is one of those states. In Massachusetts, there was this couple, when he found out that not his wife, of 13 years, not only cheated on him with his best friend, but cheated on him with the mailman and the dude in the supermarket, filed for divorce. Mind you, she cheated, filed for divorce, and guess what? Because of her lifestyle, now he has to pay alimony, move out of the house, and live in a one-bedroom apartment. If that's not toxic femininity, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. And I don't actually have a personal story for this one. So, cheating, yes, I do got a personal story for that one. You know, but, you know, that is toxic femininity right there. That is toxic femininity. Now, I want to give you guys 2 stories that you guys can actually look up and and find this shit out. Like, what in the fuck? All right. Did anybody hear who Jodi Arias is? Jodi Arias. Jodi, Jodi Arias, Arias. Who's Jodi Arias? Well, the story of Jodi Arias is a very interesting one, because she is a woman that actually fell in love with a man. Everything was great, but the bitch was fucking crazy. Okay. Shorty literally would break into his house to sleep in the same bed as he's in, you know? And he would be totally fine with that. And she would do other crazy shit that he would tell his friends, yo, you know, Shorty's a little, you know, cuckoo, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, because the sex is fine, and usually the sex with crazy women is always fine. So, you know, men, we pretty much do it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much do it to ourselves. But this is, you know, this is what this dude would say. No, everything is cool, this and this and this. But he would be telling his friends this. You know what I mean? He'd be telling his friends this, like, yo, you know, Shorty's a little crazy. She will pop up to places that he would be at, that he just told her maybe 5 months ago, and she would just pop up out of nowhere as a surprise. Everybody else in the whole place will look at this like kind of fucking weird, and he would just entertain it again because the sex was crazy, right? Now, this is where the shit goes a little off. Jodi's boyfriend ends up dumping her. Oh no, how tragic. They end up breaking up because of something I completely forgot. But they don't stop having sex. Oh my god. Oh my god. They don't stop smashing until he gets into another relationship. Oh my god. He gets into another relationship. And in this relationship, everything is fine, and shorty, you know, she's living her life or whatever, but still thinking about him and will call him up occasionally, right? They will talk here and there. At the end of the day, she got a little jealous because he has a new girlfriend, right? Whatever, that passes, and now he's single again, and everything is cool, and they're still seeing each other and smashing and doing their thing. Something happens to Jody Arias. Something happens to her, right? Snaps. And she ends up killing her ex-boyfriend. Now, this is where the shit gets a little twisted. Before she kills him, they're hanging out. Everything is cool. Everything is nice. He's taking a shower. She's taking photos of him in the shower. Multiple photos of them having sex. Everything's cool, right? And then Shorty fucking kills him. Shorty doesn't know, but her camera is going off without the flash. And the camera is literally recording her killing him, moving the body, and all of that. Right? Then she hides the camera in one, like a dickhead. Forgets or hides the camera, whatever, in one of the laundromats or whatever the case is. Weeks go by, they find the body, find the camera, trace it back to her. She's in jail, and she's like, holy shit! I had to, check this out. She said a bunch of lies. A couple of people came in there and wanted to kill him, but let her live. That's stupid. Then she changes her story that says, actually, she was defending herself because homie was trying to beat her up. You know, he was an abuser. He was abusing her the whole time. Which is bullshit because all his previous exes was like, yo, he never laid a hand on me. You know what I'm saying? Now Shorty's in jail. I don't know how much time she got or whatever the case is, but now Shorty's in jail, and that's another example of toxic femininity. One more story. Who heard of the name Dalia Di Palito? Dalia, D-A-L-I-A, Di Palito, some, I think, Italian name. D-I-P-P-O-L-I-T-O. This is a woman that got married from a former, I think, construction worker or whatever. She got married to this dude that he was actually getting his life together when he got out of prison, right? For, I think, financial fraud. He was getting his life together. He meets her. Everything is going great. They get married. After they get married, a couple of weird things start happening. The police is stopping this dude left and right. The police is literally stopping him left and right either once a month or twice in 1 month for the past year. He's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? The reason why they stopping him because of apparently a stolen car, which is bullshit. It's his car. He's selling drugs, bullshit. He wasn't selling drugs, and they did find some cocaine on him, but that shit was planted. And the thing is, the police even said, wait, this doesn't even seem right. You don't have a history of selling drugs or using drugs. You have a history of fraud, so why the fuck, you know what I mean? And all of these calls are anonymous. Oh shit. He's getting anonymous phone. The police is getting anonymous phone calls. Holy fuck. Wow. Okay. And this is happening for a whole year. So he's like, what the fuck is going on? Obviously, he's not going to jail, right? So the game gets ramped up. Ends up finding out that Dalia is behind this whole thing. Dalia finds out that the house that they're living in, he was going to sell for, I think, $500,000. And, like a dumbass, and he put the trustee under her name. But the only way that she will get all the money is because she cannot sign off the house just under her name. She needed him to sign it off or something like that. So basically, she needed this motherfucker dead for her to get $500,000 to sell the house, right? And we end up finding out that Dahlia was actually fucking the drug dealer. Told him about $500,000 plan that she wants to pull. And she was the one calling the cops and putting drugs inside his car. Wow, who would have fucking thunk it, right? Then she says, fuck it, we gotta ramp this up, fuck this shit, we gotta kill him. She goes to the same drug dealer guy that she's fucking, says, yo, can you hire a hitman or can you do it? The dude says, no, what the fuck? I'm not gonna kill nobody. But I know somebody. Let's see what we can do. What this dude does is go to the police and says, yo, I'm fucking this dude's wife, okay? I'm trying to live by the bro code right now. This is wrong, but she wants this dude dead. The police says, what? Ends up doing an operational sting. Find out that, yeah, she wanted to kill her husband, right? This shit gets on camera and all of that. To the point where they pretend that one of the undercover cops is a hitman. She pays for the money, right? And the cops do this whole thing that they set up this fake police investigation thing in the house. And also they go to where she was at to let her know, yo, your husband is dead. And she start breaking down, oh my God, and start crying. When she finds out that her husband is not dead, and the cops tell her, yo, we got you on camera admitting that you want to kill your husband. No? What are you talking about? Then the manipulating game starts coming in. Yeah, so when am I leaving? Well, officer, I need to leave. You're gonna really leave me here? You know what I'm saying? And if you hear the phone calls that she's doing to this dude is manipulative. It's 100% manipulated. She's a massive manipulator, you know what I'm saying? But this is another example of toxic femininity. Now, even this toxic femininity pops up in everyday situations, within friends, within just, just meeting one another, or even in relationships. I want you guys to hear a woman out of her own mouth saying what she will do to a dude to put his low self-esteem down and basically fuck him up mentally. Check this out.
If when you're in a relationship, what are some of the techniques that you'll use to like nag the guy so we can look out for those as men?
I don't know, just lower his self-esteem, I guess, calling him names or something.
Because those are some of the things you've done with him in the past?
Yeah, I guess.
What are some of the mean things that you've said to your boyfriend, even though he's doing his best?
If they have like a dream or something, like try to insult that to kind of like get them down, I guess.
Just tell them like you're nobody, your rap career is not going to work out. What's the ultimate goal? Just to keep them in like a constant state of like depression?
I guess kind of like make them doubt themselves about like who they are as a person and like their own personalities and stuff like that, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. That's great. We'll watch out for that.
Now tell me, is that not toxic femininity right there in display? Is that not toxic femininity being admitted by a woman? That's not toxic femininity, because when if a man would have said that, oh, that's toxic masculinity all day, they would have made a new hashtag for the shit. The NFL would have had a new fucking color headband, protect all women, all of this other stuff. Everything would have been spoken about that. It would have been a new national holiday, Protect All Women Day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a woman does it. Oh, men are stupid. Come on now. That's a very, very, very clear example of toxic femininity. And for the fellas out there just listening, remember, women be doing this shit. Just because you got a fly shorty with a big booty don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode right now. Now remember, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, it's at the same name, radical_Latino_. Also, remember, if you want to support me monetarily, Go to my website, radicallatino.com. Donate and all that. Don't got the money. It's totally cool because of COVID. That's fine. Go to my YouTube channel, and all of my videos are monetized. So you could definitely do that. Or, you know, rate the podcast 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? Also, do not forget. Go donate to Bird Martinez's GoFundMe. Do not forget that. All right, she needs our help. That whole family needs our help, and the things that happened to that family is extremely tragic and should have never happened to anybody else. You know, I don't wish that, you know, on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Not even my worst enemy. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and as I'm gonna leave you out here today, I'm gonna, like I always leave you guys out here with, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. With that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys later, all right? Peace.